Feeling lost in life, it is not that bad. I know that many times we feel there is no way to continue moving forward in life. In today is one of those days. That is why I decided to sit here with myself in front of this page to simply allow everything to flow, feelings, thoughts, ideas, experiences, as a way of connecting with myself, as a way to give meaning and direction to my life. I know it sometimes we may feel that there is just simply no way of continue to move forward. And here lies the key. If I feel I'm lost in life, it is because I also have the opportunity to give meaning and direction to my life, no matter how hard it looks. Hello, my friend, and welcome. If you're watching this video, I assume that you are feeling lost in life. So I would like to help you get these elements that are happening when we are feeling lost in life, find meaning in them so we can use them as a way to propel us into the life that we actually prefer, and that will allow us to start living with purpose. You cannot change what you do not own. This is the first step, owning things, owning what happened and being responsible, which is the respond ability, the ability to respond that we can have to things, to understand the first thing that we need to do when we want to stop feeling lost in life, which is to own not only the actions that we did and give a response to that, which comes from being conscious, also, which is very, very important, understanding the power of how we define things and the effect that defining things has in our lives. So what I've started to do is to define this state that I'm in, not as I'm lost, but as I'm exploring. Some things happen in my life, that's just the way life is, and I'm exploring new things. I'm discovering new parts of me, new parts of life. Now in this environment, in this place that I see in front of me, and I'm exploring, I'm getting to know myself more. I'm not lost. I continue being in touch with myself, because if I truly were not in touch with myself, I could not say that I am lost. I just would not be aware of it. But I am. But you are, my friend. And that is the beginning of owning things. So I'm exploring new facets, new elements, new moments of my life. Yes, there's pain. There are things that I don't quite understand. Yes, there are things that I wish they could be different. So instead of seeing I'm not connected anymore, I'm alone, I should have known better, and thinking of myself in that negative way, in punishing myself and experiencing this sadness, this pain, this suffering, this helplessness, instead of going into that state, choosing to remain open to myself and own it now from a different perspective, not just as responsibility, not just as redefining being lost, as I'm exploring, I'm discovering more things, more areas of life. Also, I'm not depressed, I'm not disconnected, I'm not undeserving. And going into those negative spiral thoughts that take away my ability to respond to my current life and my current situation. So when you start seeing that you're not depressed, that you're not disconnected, that you are just exploring life, you're exploring more of the you that is here now after those events happen, you can start to identify, to see that what you are doing is looking for answers in the place that you know that those answers can actually come from, answers that are going to be full, complete answers to the you and to the life that you are living right now. It's not going to come from someone else. It's not going to come from something out there. It is going to come from within. Because there needs to be this alignment with the life that you're experiencing, the life that is happening out there in the outer world, in the you from your inner world, the real you that lies inside your inner world. In this moment of not being feeling that your life has meaning, it is pushing you more and more to get to that point where you get to the core of you, where you can actually provide an answer, a full, complete answer, as best as you can to the best of your abilities, in this, here, in this now. Something that comes from the Stoic philosophy is we cannot change what happens out there. That's not our responsibility. That is not up to us. But in here lies the gift. Here lies power. We can choose to do what we do with that. And it is only your choice. And this is something that you cannot stop doing, to choose what you do with what happens. It doesn't matter what happens, it only matters what you do with what happens. So to help you provide this meaning to life and find again this direction, let me share you what are these questions that have helped me get my life back on track in a way that is in alignment with this recognition of who I am right here, right now. What events, feelings, and thoughts have led me to feel lost in life? What makes me perceive that I'm lost? What do I honestly recognize are the activities that bring me joy, peace, and meaning to my life in this moment? And what are those that don't, that take away this? How will these activities help me find meaning to being alive? How responsible am I for choosing those things that are out of alignment with what I prefer, with what provides meaning? And why am I not acting on the things, the activities that I recognize are actually providing meaning and direction to my life? And the biggest takeaway for me is this one. We provide meaning to life, we give direction to life by developing the strength to look inward, to recognize who I really am in this moment, what I really need in this moment, in the me that I am now, and learning why I am choosing not to act, not to move in that direction. Because meaning doesn't come just from thinking, it doesn't come from feeling, it comes from the harmony between them. And this harmony between them leads, always leads, to acting to the best of our abilities in that direction. And that's just life. It is this exploration. So the more you do it, the more you focus on being yourself, expressing yourself, knowing yourself, and acting from this clarity, the more ability you're going to have to give direction to life, to feel that life is meaningful, and you will start living with purpose, because everything that you start doing is coming from awareness. It is coming from the answer that you start giving to life and the situations that happen in life from a deep place of understanding who you are. And a lot of this, it is something that I have experienced myself doing this, making videos for YouTube. So learn more about how I have been able to provide this meaning and this direction to my own life watching this video right here.